Welcome to the Hanford Dixon Show. I'm Gabriella Cruz alongside the top dog. And shout out to our producer, Pat.
The man. You know, Pat is, Gab, I know you're in your opening and you hate when I interrupt you.
No, it's perfect. This is your time too.
But no, Pat, Pat was so funny this weekend.
Over at the college championships, I heard we missed some dance moves.
Man,
well, I wanted to take them off
of
Nick Padone's story, but I didn't know in time because
it's just a little rock with
Look
it.
at it.
With my backpack on.
Yeah.
People look at me and they don't think I have rhythm. I'll let you figure out why.
Gab.
But I got some rhythm to me. Come on now.
Gab.
No, I know you do.
Gab, I'm telling you, on a serious note,
Yeah.
Big Dog has rhythm.
Pat knows how to have a good time in general.
The dog was moving.
That's
I said, well, you go, Big Dog. Go ahead.
You go with your bad self. That's what Hanford always says. You go with your bad self.
Go with your bad self.
Go with
Where
your
there
bad
is Pat,
self.
there are good vibes. Top
Hey,
dog.
we love it. We were at the Colleague Companies Championship this weekend down at Firestone Country Club. Great vibes down there and at Firestone. Colleague, thank you so much for having us out there, guys. It was a really good time. It was a Cleveland show. Gab had it over there up on the desk. It's a really great setup down there.
I have a quick question. Who won that damn tournament? Because I was coming.
I wasn't familiar with the guy who won it.
Yeah, Miguel Angel Jimenez.
Okay,
He's from Spain, so you got to do the law.
I know him. I know him. I was
Yeah.
coming there on. I was actually going to come on a Sunday, which is the last day, and I was just going to walk the grounds and see everybody. But it was too damn hot.
Man, it's hot in the studio today. We're sweating.
It was a scorcher. I'm black enough, guys. I don't need to go out there and do that. And a lot of times when I come, I forget my hat. I probably have to go, get another hat because I don't have any. I don't have any hair, and then my head will be peeling, and probably in the next couple of days. Yeah, it's crazy. But it was a scorcher. But I just
not your type of day for a long day of golf.
It is, but it wasn't because. But just watching Pat, it just made my day.
That's the thing, though. That's the thing, though, too. Though Hanford is like, is the Mississippi in you gone? I mean, like you're
That's
used
fair.
to these days. Don't you
getting
think?
old or something.
He's been up.
Be nice over there. I knew it was coming from you.
You can't handle
Man.
the heat.
I knew it was coming.
You just went down to Birmingham, wasn't it? Right? I mean, come on now.
It was hot there too. I mean, it was hot there, and I was playing, but it was all fun. It was all fun. I have to tell you guys this too. I'm actually going to Xenia. Is it Xenia?
I think so.
Ohio.
Okay.
The next.
Outside of Columbus. I'm going there. I think I'll be there Friday and Saturday. And the Browns backers down there have a big golf tournament, so I'm going to come down there and I'm going to see them. I think Friday night we're going to do a thing at the Buffalo Wild Wing, and then Saturday we get up and play golf, and then I'm going to, we've had John Hughes on the show who used to play for the Browns. And I'm going to play. He's got some little tournament on Sunday that I'm going to play golf for him. Guys, I'm going to be playing.
There's a chance for you to get that hole-in-one finally.
I'm going to play a lot of golf this coming weekend.
Love it.
So
better hydrate and pack some extra Diet Coke.
I know it. I'll take my take one of these little coolers and pack it with ice. Get to Wonder Woman over here, who's just been all over the place this weekend. I mean, just all over the place. You just can't keep up with her. I mean, she's just, workaholic. I mean, which is good.
I was on the gas this past week. I will say that.
What the hell have you been doing? I mean, you have to be tired.
Yeah, so this was a busy weekend. We should start with David Njoku's celebrity softball game. They do it every year. It's for charity. You get a good show out, and we got to see Shedeur. So I did put like a little recap video of that together so I can give you a little peek. Somebody who always uplifts you in the locker room or makes you laugh.
Njoku, 85. He's always joking around. He's just really himself. Like, he's just unique, and he keep 100% energy every day. So you never know what you're going to get from him.
Not to say Joe Flacco. Just from like our past history and everything. I mean, he's one of the dudes, I guess people can say, you know what I mean? He knows how to blend in with our, just our culture, like our energy.
Greg Newsome. Definitely Greg Newsome. He's one of the funniest guys on the team, and he's one that's always going to pick you up if you're down.
Pick you up and make you laugh? Me. This guy got a lot of promise, too, also. He comes with a lot of energy, Shedeur. It's just his personality, man. He got a great personality, built for the camera, and he's also cool, I enjoy life overall. It's been lit. Being able to meet a lot of different people. Whenever I got drafted here, he made sure, I was straight with everything. So.
It's not a picture. Oh, really got to get it together. But you are turning 99 and you did have eye surgery.
Performance-enhancing glasses?
A lot of things behind them, but mostly it's just to block out all the haters.
Actually, this is my first time playing baseball. I just practiced in the cage better than I expected, so hopefully I do good out here.
I mean, it's awesome for especially this city that pretty much raised me, you know what I mean? So I'm very blessed to be here. I'm grateful, and it's an honor.
Yeah, it was a great day over there.
It was a good time.
You know what? I normally I would go to that. I didn't. I think I went last year. They have it every year, right?
Yep.
That's correct. Yep. I went last year. I was there because didn't we do something from there? I think Big Play. I think we did.
Yeah, we did 2 years ago.
The hardest working woman in sports. Yeah, was there again.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot because that's when I found out that Dave McAllister. Shout out to Big Play Dave. That's when I found out that he had like thousands of Chipotle points.
Oh my God!
It was kind of like a Hanford McDonald's. It was like a Hanford McDonald's moment because we're like, Dave, you have how many points?
Dave.
He had like thousands because I mean the guy has 4 kids and a family, and just the Chipotle points was staggering.
Guys, you can't put these in your 401k. Like, what are we talking about?
They expires. Yeah.
The points expire,
Well,
people.
Now I am mad because not like I go there all the time, but I didn't know that they have the rewards program too, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
What the
You got to
hell's-
take advantage.
What the hell's wrong with me? I mean, normally I'm up on all that. Again, you know, you're talking to a miser over here. That's just watching every little cent that he's spending over here. But that's awesome. You know, I like that because you guys start immediately. You thought about my McDonald's boys, did you? I know.
Well, it was funny because it was before we found out about your McDonald's situation, and maybe that was a nice little blast from the past to be like the OG, like points hoarder was Dave, and then you're just another one.
Man.
But yeah, we were bopping all around this weekend. We had Njoku's softball game.
Well, let me ask you before we jump off of that, because how was the attendance? Because I know the weather. I mean, it's kind of rainy or something like that.
Yeah, so it was not the perfect day at first, but then around 6:30 it blossomed into something a little bit nicer. And the media was all there. I mean, obviously we wanted all the people there.
Yeah.
And then you could tell some of the media showed up because Shedeur, with his little speeding incident recently, was able to just kind of address it there. He was very kosher about it, and it's just they have to make it news. So he was able to do that in his little classy way that he does, and then he just was man of the hour the whole game, and Njoku, all the guys having fun.
You know what? That's a really good thing that Njoku that he does. That he's doing there. And talking about Shedeur, I thought it was just amazing because the time that he spent with those kids, and I'm telling you, they were just, I wasn't there, but I saw some pictures, and they were just lined up on the fence, and they were just calling his name and talking to him, and he was just walking down the line, and he was just talking to each and every one of them. People can say what they want to say about this kid. I think he's showtime, and I just love him. I like the kid.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be just fine here in Cleveland. I think somewhere between and you guys have heard me say this, and I'm going to say it again. I don't care what you say. Somewhere between the middle of the season, I mean, this kid is going to be our starting quarterback, and I'm just keeping my fingers crossed and hoping that he is the guy that we have been looking for.
Yeah.
We could be talking about him on the same level as Jackson and then Burrell and then those guys in the AFC North.
And it seems to me already that he's pretty well received by the guys. I kind of did a little Q&A with some of the guys. All right, who's the guy in the locker room who will pick you up or make you laugh? And Njoku's talking about this year. He'd say definitely Flacco because of their history together and him bringing out the best in Njoku. And it was, you heard a couple of names, but Grant Delpit was like, Shedeur, he's got the personality, he's built for the camera, and he's just like good vibes.
I guarantee you this, and I know we have to take a break, but I guarantee you this. There's a lot of people that thought that as soon as minicamp was over, Shedeur was just going to jump on a plane or in his car and he was out of here.
Yeah.
But he stayed for Njoku's event, and I think that was pretty good. Just think it was good that Shedeur was there.
Especially after the speeding ticket, because, he could have, dodged it and be like, you know what, I don't really want to, and I'd have to talk about it.
That was really the elephant in the room at the Njoku softball game, and honestly, we'll get into it in our headlines, but we'll see what you make of it. He seemed to kind of play it off, like you said, but guys, we'll jump into it in the next segment.
All right, let's take a break, and we'll be back with more Hanford Dixon Show right after this. Welcome back to the Hanford Dixon Show. It's time for our Browns headlines brought to you by our friends at Northeast Factory Direct. If you're looking to remodel your kitchen or update furniture, freshen up your patio, maybe you're looking for a new mattress, you definitely have to check out Northeast Factory Direct. They've got no showrooms, no pressure salesmen, just high-quality items at great prices. And it gets even better for our listeners. Just click the link on our socials and fill out what you're looking for, and we'll hook you up with that Hanford Dixon discount. So visit them today in Cleveland, Euclid, Macedonia, or North Canton, or check them out online at northeastfactorydirect.com. It's the Hanford Dixon bonus, baby.
Well, you got to do it because you get that little extra off right there. So, and those guys are just great.
Back to Browns. I'm sure Shedeur would like to manifest a better speeding history because he had to pay for, I think he's got 2 now, tickets. But, as we mentioned, he acknowledges it at the softball game like a pro. No big deal there. But, it did get us talking about rookie behavior.
Yeah.
And we're thinking about when you played Hanford, is it just a rookie thing or is it kind of like where you're excited, you got this money and you got this big time platform now?
I think it is just a rookie thing with him, and he'll learn as he go that anything that happens, his name is a big his name is a big name, and anything that happens, people are just going to blow it up. And I guarantee he's going to learn from this mistake. You can't get on the road and you can't drive 100 and whatever he was driving miles per hour. You just can't do that because you don't want to cause any accidents and you don't want to hurt yourself, and obviously you don't want to hurt anyone else. And I'm pretty sure that he's gonna learn from this whole thing. My understanding, the cop was pretty nice though. Yeah. He was really nice to him because one of them, I think his girlfriend they were in 2 separate cars, and I think they clocked him at 101. I think they clocked her at like 90 something, and they gave her a break. They didn't give her a citation, but they also, they gave him one.
Yeah.
And I thought that was very nice of him, and I think they'll learn from him. They're just, we have to understand they're still young kids.
Yeah.
And kids are gonna make mistakes, and the thing is, when you make a mistake, you just learn from it and you just keep going.
Yeah. Maybe number 2 is the wake-up call.
Yeah, that was the weird part to me, guys, is I'll throw this back up here, but Mary Kay reported it, too, that there was 2 speeding tickets. So Shedeur, the most recent one, I think this was like June 12th or something like that. He was going 101 down there near Strongsville.
Yeah.
And then he had one 2 weeks prior to that where he got cited for speeding as well in his truck. If there was only 1 ticket, I don't think it would have been really even reported very much. Like, you get 1 speeding ticket. If you're going 110, 120 like Miles Garrett was, we forget about that too. Yeah. Miles Garrett got cited for going 120 here as well. So it's really interesting.
And he had a crash, didn't he? I mean,
he crashed his car. He missed a game as well.
It was the whole thing. Yeah.
So like it's tough to get. It's not a big deal until it is.
Right.
If you know anybody who's been affected by that too, you need to drive safer in it, and it is a big deal.
I guarantee you this. I guarantee you his father, Dion. I guarantee you his father, knowing his father, I guarantee you he's reeled him in and got him straight on that whole thing and just really beat up on him about it. And I guarantee you Shedeur is beating up on himself with it, because I'm telling you guys, just watching him interact with all those kids over at that softball game was just unbelievable.
Because he's young, he's the top dog right now.
Yeah.
He thinks he's just having fun. And to your point, Pat, it's only serious when it becomes serious. So hoping for the best for him.
Hold it, God damn it, hold it. What did you call him?
You said the top dog.
Oh, he's not the top dog.
All right, there. God damn it, don't do that.
He's the top puppy in town.
Okay.
He's the top
He's the young pup.
Okay.
He's the young pup. Yeah, you had to talk yourself out of that one. Goodness.
Woo! It's just so hot in here. I can't think straight.
On a note, though, nothing would make me happier for this kid to be the top dog, because I'm telling you, we need a quarterback, we're hoping that he is it.
We're going to take a quick break. Thanks for watching the Hanford Dixon Show. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the Hanford Dixon Show. We are ready for our Top Dogs Pick 6. This is all brought to you by our friends at Smart Choice Windows. If you've been thinking about upgrading your home this spring, look no further than Smart Choice Windows and Smart Choice Bath. Smart Choice Windows is running a great deal right now. You already know, Hanford. Buy 2 windows.
You get 2 free.
And it gets even better because they're offering 0% financing for 24 months. So if people if they prefer that no down payment option with monthly payments as low as $199, just keep in mind that is also an option. If your bathroom needs an update, the same great team at Smart Choice Baths has you covered. They're offering $1,500 off a brand new shower or tub this month. So if you've been putting off that remodel, now's the perfect time to go for it. If you're ready for quieter, more energy-efficient windows or a bathroom that finally works for your life, make that call. Dial 440-WIN-DOZE or head over to smartchoicewindows.com and smartchoicebaths.com to schedule your free, no-pressure estimate today.
We love those guys over there at Smart Choice Windows.
Yes, we do.
We got to meet him at Firestone this weekend, actually. Great guys.
Oh, really?
Down there. Yeah, oh, yeah. There's a little cookout they're going to be having pretty soon here, guys. I know you'll be getting the invite, too. So we love the partnership that we have here at Big Play with those guys.
Yeah, we're getting into the Top Dog Pick 6 with the MLB All-Star game coming up. Pick your brain, the 6 Browns you would want on your All-Star team.
You know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to go out on a limb here with my number one guy. I'm going to go with one of those rookie running backs, and I'm not going to go with Ohio State. I'm going with Sampson. I think out of Tennessee.
Right.
I think this kid, and I actually tell you the truth, I think both running backs, both of those rookies, are going to have outstanding year with the Browns, and I think both of them are going to play well. But I'm telling you, this kid from Tennessee, I think he's just something else. I went back and I watched him a little bit, and I'm kind of really, really excited about him. My next guy, obviously, I'm going to go on that offensive line, Joe Bitonio. I think Bitonio, he's been doing it for years, guys. Even though he thought he's been contemplating retiring and giving it up, he's coming back for another year. So,
gosh, he's such a glue.
Oh, my God. Not only is he a great player, but he's just a great teammate. For these guys, and these guys look up to him, and they should. So I'm kind of really, really excited about him.
I have a quick Joe Bitonio blip if you want it.
I want to hear it now.
Go for it.
Go for it. I want to hear that right now.
Someone I know is really interested in post-NFL career, interested in, like accessing resources for if you sustain all these injuries in your career. Are there programs or what's set up for you to be able to go ahead and access those resources, or what's the roadmap for that? Obviously, Joel is the head of the chapter. You probably know the official name of it. Pat, do you know the official name of
I do know.
It's like NFLPA, or maybe, it's for the players though, and for them to have these resources. In any case, I saw Wyatt Teller and Carly at a Cavs game during the playoffs. We were chit-chatting. And I just happened to ask Wyatt about that resource. I'm like, do you happen to know the answer to that? Like, where would they go to ask? And he gave me Joel's contact info. I reached out to Joel the next day. I'm not kidding. Joel, within a few hours, returned. He had already sent a message up the ladder to JC Treader, put out a whole thing, said, here, he's going to be in good hands. Here's his email. I already let him know. He, just made it happen. And it's just, Joel, I've interviewed him a couple times, but it's not like he's a best pal or anything. He just did it because it was the right thing to do and because he's Joel Bitonio.
Well, I think each team in the National Football League, they have a player that's head of the Players Association.
Yes, Players PA, so that is right.
And Joel is that guy with the Cleveland Browns, and that's where a lot of guys, current players on the Cleveland Browns, when they have a problem or they need to know something, just like you said, they'll go to Joel, and he'll get that taken care of right away, or he can at least get you an answer right away. So
I just thought it was so sweet. He did all that in a few hours' time and just escalated it up the ladder, and I was just like, wow, what a good. He's just a good dude.
Yeah, those are the things that I feel like people don't talk about, too, because that's truly, we're talking about the All-Star picks. That's being an All-Star for your teammates on and off the field.
Yeah.
Because Joel Bitonio has made, however many Pro Bowls it is. He's been on the field for so long in the brown and orange. But he really shows up for his guys. That's the most important thing about him. And honestly, I love it.
Yeah. Guys, you know where I'm going to go? I'm going to stick to that offense with one other guy, because I think this particular guy, we don't have a lot of depth at that position, Jerry Jeudy, as far as wide receiver.
Jeudy.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorites.
Well, I know he is, because you like those Alabama Roll Tide guys.
I root for him. He's
Alabama
athletic.
Yellowhammer, baby. Nick Saban told him, you know how Nick play it now.
I love this guy. Go ahead, talk your talk.
Jerry Jeudy is a guy that I think, jumping on the defensive side, I wasn't for this guy in the beginning.
You're
when
off of Jerry Jeudy already. I wanted to talk about his route running. Like,
okay. I'm sorry. I wanted to get to this next guy, but tell me,
because I don't think we're necessarily sleeping on Jerry Jeudy,
Yeah.
but just like seeing him and interacting with him at the softball game and watching him made me really double down on the fact that I am such a fan of his. He's just like so easygoing, but he's got that confidence about him. You know how he has that personality on the field, and what he's doing. There's this entertainment aspect to him, but he really is. He backs it up.
Well,
and so when I asked him, all right, what do you think is your most unique quality? He said the route running, obviously. So then I had to go look up Jerry Jeudy route running highlights. And guys, it is, I don't know if you've ever gone down this rabbit hole, but I encourage you to do so, because we're talking even just stuff from pre-Browns, like old stuff people shot on their phone of him out like in the infield of a track doing stuff. I mean, it's incredible.
Well, I have to say this, and you talking about the route running, that's something I know a little bit something about those wide receivers running those routes on you, and I agree with you 100% because, he remind me of in his route running, a guy, Steve Largent. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I say that, Jerry Jeudy is the type of guy that'll take that extra step just to throw a defensive back off to complete his route.
Yeah.
And, again, when you look at him, he's not that burner. Mm-hmm. He's not a guy that has blazing speed. But again, where he compensates for that is again his route running, being able to. He's precise.
He's agile.
Tactician, right?
Yeah.
He can really make quick moves, and he can read well. I mean, that's a big part of it too. Like if you can read, if you can just get open.
And that's one thing I think. Sorry, too, guys, is like people forget about playing a wide receiver. Is it's not all the time about like flat out speed or acceleration or anything like that, but it's the suddenness of Jerry Jeudy's moves,
Yes.
And
love this.
The only thing though, Hanford, is like you can see that off the line of scrimmage. Yeah. He's not making it past the top dog on the line of scrimmage with the bump and run, but I just got to say, though, you got to watch out for that post corner, though, Hanford.
Well, that's exactly where I was headed, because in your film study, he'll tell you that he's going to do one thing, but actually on the field, he's smart enough, and his great routes, he'll come and he'll do something else and throw you all off, and that's how he gets open all the time.
I think the other thing that startled me about watching the highlights was there were balls that I was like, for sure, there's no way he caught that.
Right.
And then I'm watching it in slow motion. I'm like, how did he he's catching it at the last second. Like, he's just getting in there. He's grabbing the ball.
The thing about it, too.
And like, how did he do that? It's like magic. I'm like, this guy is great.
You bring it back to, I'm not the biggest Andrew Berry defender or whatever, but we brought him in for like a fifth or a third, like some sort of draft pick that was in the 100s at the very least for Jerry Jeudy. And we did that for Amari Cooper. We're going to need to do it again this offseason, in my opinion. But we got him for pennies, and honestly, we love having him here.
It was a great move. I mean, it was a great move, And again, you're talking about Alabama boy. I'm going to jump on the defensive side, who I'm going to take right now. I think after thinking about it, and I know he's a rookie. I know he's just coming into the league. Mason Graham.
I knew it. It was just a matter of time.
I like it.
I think this guy is going to be the real deal. I mean, again, we drafted him. He was the 5th overall pick in this draft. And everybody I talked to, and I did a lot of talking, talked to a lot of people from Michigan, and they love this guy. I have not had one person to say anything bad about this guy. Nothing bad about him. Everything they say is at Hanford, I'm telling you, you're going to love him. You're going to love this kid. This kid can play. And you remember, I was the first one to say, hey, I was kind of upset because we traded out of that number 2 pick and traded down in order to get him because, there was Carter there was Hunter there. And by the way, Hunter just got a new contract. I mean, I think his contract was $46 million and 36. The whole thing was guaranteed, but they gave him $36 million up front. I mean, he wrote him a check for $36 million. And I think that's the first time a rookie has gotten that kind of a contract. But anyway, getting back to Mason Graham, I like him. I'm happy, and I'm glad we have him. And also on that defensive line.
Yeah, there he is.
How can we not go with Myles Garrett?
Oh, duh.
I was waiting for this one, Hanford.
How can we not go with Myles Garrett? I mean, you talking about the man. You talking about triple and double teaming a guy every single play, and he's going to bring it. He is the man. And I got one more. He's just got to stay healthy. He's just got to stay healthy. You know who I'm talking about?
Lost count.
That defensive back,
last one,
that cornerback, Denzel Ward.
There you go.
Denzel Ward is going to be my sixth guy. I think he's the guy that, again, I talk about it. He's just got to stay healthy. I think if he's healthy, there's no one better than Denzel Ward when he's healthy. And I think, Pat, what a great idea to have me list these six guys.
Hey, that's the pick six for the day, man.
Excited?
That's a hell of an all-star ballot.
You are just a wizard, my man.
Appreciate you, dog. I love that, guys. That's the thing, though, too, is like people don't really remember. Like, we got some dogs on this team, man.
Yeah, we really
There was
do.
the Madden ratings that came out. I think we were in like an 87, which is crazy high. But I think those will get adjusted a little bit. But we still have some dogs on this team. We're not a 3-14 team.
Yeah.
We're not a 3-14 team.
I'm telling you, we're just going to glide through and fly under the radar. You watch and see what I tell you.
We'd love to have it that way. Let's take a break. We'll be back with more Hanford Dixon Show right after this. Welcome back to the Hanford Dixon Show. It's time to go around the AFC North Hanford, brought to you by our friends at Garage Beer, which comes in just two flavors, classic light lager and lime. There's no frills, no bitterness, no IPAs. It's just beer-flavored beer. And you can find your local retailers who sell Garage Beer by visiting drinkgaragebeer.com. All right, so the Ravens and their signing. What do you got, that little smirk?
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say one word. I thought you had been drinking garage beer over there.
You're being silly.
We could use one, a refreshing
we
garage.
could.
Oh,
It
we
is
could really use
900
one.
degrees in
And
the
ice,
studio.
too.
It is
Yeah.
actually so toasty in
Get a
here.
frosted
Hanford
mug.
has not had ice cubes in that Diet Coke over there
man, I know
since he
it.
stepped in this door. Let's talk about this big, hot signing, Jair Alexander with the Ravens.
Boy, it's a huge signing. I mean, absolutely huge for the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, you're wondering where they, Eric DaCosta, who is their general manager, you know, how does he come up with these guys? And this kid, I'm telling you, when you look at it, he is also right now ranked inside the top 10 of all corners right now in the National Football League. I mean, the Ravens came in, they signed him to I think it was a $4 million deal, and that deal can add another $2 million in incentives that he can reach. And he was actually released, guys, from the Green Bay Packers. And he's had some injury problems. I think his shoulder and knee, he's had some problems with that. But I'm telling you, he's healthy right now. He is a good corner. You know what happened? Eric DaCosta, I think, Pat, Jackson, Lamar, and this guy, I mean, did Jackson and this guy, they know each other? They go to school or something like that,
Throw up
didn't
the L. They went to Louisville together.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's when they really showed out, too, because Louisville got up to, I think they were, number 8 in the country. That's the highest they had ever been ranked down there in Louisville. And great college teammates. You can see why they were successful. I mean, you got all pros on both sides of the football. Lamar Jackson, and now they're reunited in the NFL at the Ravens, all pros on both sides.
Do you think the Ravens are going to have the best backfield in the NFL? They have five first-round picks in their secondary.
Well, they are. I'm telling you, they have a high-powered defense already, but they have an elite secondary, and you just hit right on it. I mean, I'm going to name some of these guys. You got Marlon Humphrey. You got Nate Wiggins. You got Awuzie. You got Kyle Hamilton. Guys, and this year, they drafted Malachi Starch, the safety. And you know what? They really needed this because their run defense has been strong for so long. I think when you look at the numbers, they are averaging, giving up 3.6 yards per attempt as far as the run. But their pass defense was among the NFL's worst in yardage. So, they really needed this secondary to get strong. And boy, did they make this thing strong, bringing this kid into Baltimore. And again, we talked about it. He's going to join Elite Crew. What's going to happen is Wiggins is probably going to play one of the corners, and what they're going to do is Marlon Humphrey, who is their all-pro corner, who's also ranked in the top 10, he's going to be pretty much play on the slot. And if I know Humphreys, who's getting up there a little bit in his career, he doesn't mind the change because he said, I've been out there, I've done that out there with those fast wide receivers. Put me in, even though it'll be a challenge on the inside, but at least on that inside, you have a safety pretty much that has your back over there and is watching you a little bit. So he'll probably be on the inside, and they'll have those other two guys pretty much on the corner. And don't forget about Kyle Hamilton, who could just play anywhere. And you're talking about just a big, aggressive, physical, I don't know, what do you call him, safety, nickelback, who sometimes plays a little corner. I think you can call him all those things. So that secondary is pretty pretty tough.
Yeah, they call him an athlete. Honestly, is what he is. You know what I mean? He's one of those Swiss Army knives guys that you can bring him down into the box and he's going to stop the run. To be honest with you, because he doesn't have to worry about a guy like Derrick Henry who's on his side of the, he's on his sideline. That's kind of the hard part, guys. They've got a lot of talent on that defense. I don't think they get a whole lot of recognition in terms of league wide defensively. The Eagles get a lot of the headlines, but those Ravens, man, that defense is going to be elite this year.
Well, what they did was they just got this thing ready to make another run.
Yep.
I mean, they're going to make another run, and they're not happy with what happened, losing obviously in the playoffs. But that offense is just you hit it right on the head. Lamar Jackson, who they're trying to right now sign to another contract, they just signed him 2 years ago, but they see that the prices are just going up for those quarterbacks. So they want to get him on the contract right now. And you talked about the whole thing, Henry. I mean, that big bull coming at you, you don't want any part of that. They signed him, I think it was 2 year, $30 million deal, and everybody kept saying running backs are not valued in the National Football League, but they prove you wrong with the signing of Derrick Henry. So they're going to be tough. That's why it's so important that and when I talk about I'm talking about the Cleveland Browns. That's why it's so important that we come off ready to go. I mean, ready to go, man, because I'm telling you, man, that AFC North is strong. I mean, it is strong. I mean, we haven't even got to the Cincinnati Bengals yet. I mean, we got the Bengals that we have. Are we getting to them now, Pat?
Yeah, get to it. The thing about it, too, is like you look at that Ravens secondary, they've got to guard guys like T. Higgins and Jamar Chase and Jerry Jeudy. And, I mean, the Steelers had some pretty good wide receivers. George Pickens is out of there now, but DK Metcalf in there. There's a lot going on in the AFC North right now.
The Bengals are returning their entire offense, Hanford.
Listen to me.
And no defense.
Listen to me. You guys hit it right off the head talking about the Bengals have the best trio on offense. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins. I mean, you're talking about three guys right there on offense that are just phenomenal. Guys, when we look at this Bengals offense, and Pat, you just talked about it, they can put up 30 points a game. I mean, they can easily do that. But you're exactly right. The problem is the defense. That's where they're having problems with.
Yeah.
They drafted this kid, I think it's Shamar Stewart, with the 17th overall pick. Pat, they still haven't signed the guy.
Insane.
He's one of the few guys, rookies right now, that still does not have a contract. They haven't signed him yet. That is absolutely crazy. Trey Hendrickson. I mean, what the hell are they thinking about? Here's a guy they still haven't signed. I mean, and then they let their star linebacker, Jermaine Pratt, go. They let him just walk out the door. So when you talk about these Cincinnati Bengals, the offense is fine. They're going to score points, but it's defense, them stopping anyone. That's going to be the problem with those Cincinnati Bengals. And, it doesn't bother us. Y'all do what you want to do up there. You score as many points you want. Yeah. We don't care. We want you in Pittsburgh and Baltimore to lose. Baltimore's the team that we're going to have to deal with. That's the team in this AFC North that we're going to have to deal with. But I still think this, guys. Yeah. I cannot see the Bengals not going into, and obviously they're going to sign their first-round pick, but I cannot see them not signing the kid, Trey Hendrickson, because they need help on that defense. They really need help on that defense. So this AFC North is going to be strong again. And then we haven't even talked about Pittsburgh and Aaron. I know you guys don't want to talk about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, do you guys think he's really going to make a difference? I mean,
I think he will a little bit, but I mean, like at the end of the day, the thing about it is, if you're playing against the Bengals, you just got to hope that they don't get the ball last. That's the type of offense that they're running out on the field. They could go 7 for 7 on all of their possessions. If they get the ball back last, score a touchdown, they win the football game because it'll be 49-49 and they get the last touchdown of the game. It doesn't matter. But that's the only one that, like, it's going to be shootouts against the Bengals, but the Ravens and the Steelers, they still worry me.
Well, I think we can handle them as long as Burrows don't come out with that, what was that, a blonde hair? What kind of hair do he have?
Yeah.
as long as he don't come out with that bleached hair, that's what it was.
Yeah, what phase is he in now?
Jeez. If only I knew.
There's always something. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be back with more Hanford Dixon Show right after this. Welcome back to the Hanford Dixon Show. It is time for our Lipton Hard Iced Tea hard-hitting question of the week for you, Hanford. And our question is, as we take a look, some predictions here. Vegas, FanDuel Sportsbook has the Ravens and the Bills tied for chances of winning the Super Bowl. So do you think that the Ravens should be a contender? Or do you think that they will be winning the Super Bowl?
Boy, that's a good question. I mean, it really is. You know what? I think they're right on. I think they are right on right now. And obviously, we know because you look at the Cincinnati Bengals. I think they've missed the playoffs each of the last two seasons, and the Ravens have been in the playoffs, but obviously they haven't been able to advance. So I think with them making the moves that they've made, they have addressed the problems that they have. And I guarantee you, going through that locker room, man, they always have a saying, play like a Raven. And when you go in and out of that locker room, you can hit it, or you could just touch that. I think they are the favorite in the AFC. I would put them as my favorite, and I would, I would just do it just like they did, because Buffalo, obviously, we know how good Buffalo could be. We know they're going to be right there, and those teams, they're always battling, fighting each other, trying to see who's going to advance in the playoffs, and obviously, hopefully, make it to the Super Bowl. But again, you got guys like Rashad Bateman, who is one of their crafty wide receivers, who just signed a new 3-year deal. This kid is good. I mean, they are when you look at their roster, I mean, it's just a roster of just packed with guys that are built to get to the playoffs and advance in the playoffs. And I think they are a good team. And then where they've had, like I just talked about, where they've had a problem with has been as far as defending the pass. And when you look at it with drafting Malachi, bringing him in, and also signing this new cornerback, I think they've addressed those areas, and so it's gonna be interesting. But Gab, I think you're right. The Ravens are the ones that I think are going to be right there and possibly make that step.
This is just a question about betting.
Yeah.
Obviously throughout the course of the year, there's just variables to what can happen, especially in NFL, injuries, how often, or what's the track record for, an early prediction like this? We're in June.
Yeah,
for it being spot on. Is it pretty usually accurate?
I mean, it's hard to say too, because that's why if I'll pull up the odds, there's a reason why it's plus 700 right now, is because so many things can happen. You're one Lamar Jackson injury away. You're one Josh Allen injury away. You're one Patrick Mahomes injury away. So there's a reason why if you put $100, you're going to win 700. It's so spread out, I think, this year in the NFL too. If there was one clear repeat champion, like the Eagles are probably the favorite coming out of the NFC. If they were far and away like the Chiefs were a couple of years ago, where you're like, oh, of course, sure, they'll be the repeat champion, then you'd see a much, much, much lower number, like closer probably plus 300, something along those lines. Kind of like the Dodgers, honestly, with the World Series, where you're like, there is so much talent. None of them are leaving, all of that type of stuff. But so many variables can happen in the NFL season, injuries-wise, trades-wise sometimes. But so many things have to go right for you to get to the Super Bowl. Just like the Niners a couple of years ago, you can see it all fall apart, honestly. It's kind of a fascinating situation.
Yeah.
And Pat, you guys, correct me if I'm wrong. When they put this out, they're banking on everybody being healthy. Is that correct?
Yeah, it would be as it stands currently. The Ravens would be 7-1 odds. The Bills would be 7-1 odds, and the Chiefs 7.5.
Okay.
Which is interesting too, because I didn't think the Chiefs would be that close to where the Bills and the Ravens are. To me, the Ravens are far and away the best team in the AFC. Far and away. I think they could go 17-0 in the AFC. Honestly, I really wouldn't be that shocked by it. But to have the Bills right there and have the Chiefs right there too, kind of surprised me.
They're the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I mean, Mahomes, and company. I mean, these guys, come on, guys. You have to give them their respect.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing. They put them right there. So, I'm not betting against them.
Yeah. So if you had to pick right now, though, who's your Super Bowl champion? And this is June 23rd.
Boy, you
make
it tough. You make it tough.
That's what makes
looking at the rosters, I'm going to go with the Ravens. I think Baltimore. I think Baltimore is the team to beat. I really do. I think we can beat them though. And just like I was talking to Stefanski, and he said we're just going to ride under the radar, and I agree with him. But we gotta we gotta come out and we have to play, man. I mean, we gotta play like a champion. We gotta think like a champion. We have to believe that we can win, because if you believe it, I mean, it can happen, guys.
You know what? Never mind. Yeah.
No, say it, Gab.
No, I'm not on it.
No.
I don't think the Bengals have everything aligned.
It would be good. It would be good value. I'll tell you that. If they can somehow circumvent the worst defense I've ever seen in the NFL and make the playoffs like they were so close to last year.
Yeah, they've invested so much money into
the offense too. And I mean, they get Chase Brown, who's a really good running back as well. But honestly, guys, if you
just so lopsided,
it's so crazy. The Eagles are 7.5 to 1. The Rams are plus 1,700. The Lions plus 1,000. But if you guys think about it, like the Bills and the Ravens had that divisional playoff. Mark Andrews dropped that wide open 2-point conversion.
Wide open.
Something like that. It's one play in the snow of Buffalo.
That can hurt you.
It completely ends your season. And I mean, that's how close the Ravens really were. I think they would have made the Super Bowl.
And if you would have told me that the Bengals were not going to make the playoffs last year, I'd have said you've lost your mind.
Incredible.
I mean, all that talent that they have.
Yeah.
So
that's why you don't bet futures.
Right.
Maybe that's the ticket right
there. That might be the ticket.
Yeah.
Let's take a break. We're going to be back with more Hanford Dixon Show right after this. Welcome back to the Hanford Dixon Show as we wrap up.
Look at this right here. Can you explain this?
Yes. So I got to walk in the runway. It's put on by a good friend of mine, Ayman Ali, and it's called Fashion Talks, but they've really been cultivating creativity with new designers and new, just up-and-coming people interested in the arts in this capacity. So they put on what's called the runway, and I got to walk in the fashion show.
Well, let me tell you, Gab is just, not only she's got that look, and did you see that little twirl where she grabbed
I was doing a little blue steel out there, guys.
She grabbed the little dress there and pulled it out. You know what I like, though? I like that color.
Yeah,
Pat, that's orange, Pat.
It's Brown's orange. It's Love Doesn't Shove orange.
Yes.
I was at first when they assigned me the dress, I was like, I don't know. I've never known myself to wear orange, and so I was like, I don't know. It might be a sleeper. And then once I got out there, I was like, you know what? I like it.
Give them a little plug. Where did the dress come from?
Dillard's.
Oh.
Yeah. So a lot of the designers at this event are students, or they're up and coming, or they're from literally different parts of the world. She's trying to highlight all these different creators who are care about their craft, and there's a philanthropy effort as well behind a lot of this. But they also include just the community. So this is the Dillard's out of Mentor, I believe it is. Yeah, I drove out to Mentor for this. So
was that an all-day affair? Pretty close to it? Or?
Yeah, it was an all-day thing. I was out there, doing some Njoku softball editing and getting hair and makeup and hanging out, and then you just go. I will say this though, I've goofed up the last 2 years. I've walked it.
So this time you wasn't no butterflies. You were ready for it.
Yeah, no, you still get a little butterfly because
in the beginning.
Your legs are quivering because you've been in heels all day, and I wonder if the people can see me I'm shaking.
Can you imagine watching Gab take a wrong step?
Right.
Gab would never do that.
Take a stumble on the run.
I was waiting for it too. I think everyone's intrusive thought is that, and it would actually be outright hilarious.
Yeah, no, it would not. I'm laughing now, but that would not be funny.
No, I've been it before. Oh,
we would all be
I shot a music video for my friend Joey Kinsley.
Yeah,
Sir Yacht, shout out to you. We shot a music video, and this guy took us out into the woods, and I'm wearing he needed a country theme, so I'm wearing my heeled country boots and shorts, and I'm running in this field because I need the running scene. And there was a divot in the ground. Hanford, when I tell you my ankle, the roll that I did, and we were howling. Thankfully, it was funny because I didn't break an ankle.
Oh, that was funny. Want to say to everybody, guys, we're getting close to the season. I mean, it's getting ready to go, and we're going to rev this thing up, and we're going to have some very, very interesting guests for you guys. So we're kind of looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And Hanford, guess what though too? Because Gab was running all the way down the runway and all of that type of stuff. But we know in her heart of hearts she's actually a Sandlot girl. She's playing Benny the Jet Rodriguez. Look at this Sandlot box that she got, Gab.
I don't know if we ever showed you this. Just wait for it.
Oh my God.
This is great. You can hear the Sandlot.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
That is perfectly coordinated too.
Look at her.
And the surprise appearance from
Wait for it.
Wait for it.
Blues Clues.
Clues. This is the best. The PF Flyers.
Just look at my dog's face really quick.
I was gonna say, how did you get that dog to follow you?
How
like
about that,
That's
man?
awesome.
Papa Cruz.
Yeah, shout out to Papa Cruz who helped me do this.
Awesome. Yay.
One of the best movies out there.
Oh, yeah.
Let's be real.
Hanford, we got to get you to watch that movie. Yeah, I know you said that you've never seen The Sandlot too. I think it came out in like '94. So
Yeah, that's crazy.
But,
You can't appreciate the goodness that was that video.
I can appreciate
It's classic,
watching
though.
you guys.
that was such a cool one too, because that's over there in Lakewood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know that park.
Shout out to Edwards Park because I literally grew up playing baseball. I have
I did
pictures
too.
of
I
me
have
like
T-ball.
the T-ball league and the underhand
Yeah,
pitch, whatever.
right by St. James too.
Yes. Wow, local ties, nostalgia.
Yeah, what a way
Take
to
us
finish
out,
the
big
show.
dog. All right, we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching the Hanford Dixon Show.